Loneliness. Have you ever felt loneliness creeping in? A silence so deep it echoes in every corner of your mind? It's a feeling we all experience, but it's also one we often try to run from, like a shadow chasing us wherever we go. But what if I told you that instead of running, you could turn and embrace that shadow, not as an enemy, but as a companion on your journey? This is what the Stoics taught us: not to flee from loneliness, but to meet it with open arms and a resilient heart. In this video, we will uncover 10 Stoic strategies to not only endure loneliness, but to transform it into a source of strength, wisdom, and self-awareness. Think of these strategies as tools, each designed to help you reshape the way you view solitude, making it less of a burden and more of an opportunity for growth. Are you ready to walk this path? To face loneliness not as a foe, but as a teacher? Stick around and let's explore this journey together. 1. Reframe your perspective. Loneliness can feel like a heavy weight. But what if it wasn't something to be avoided, but embraced? The Stoics believe that how we perceive things shapes our reality. Instead of viewing loneliness as isolation, see it as solitude, a chance to reconnect with yourself. Imagine Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful emperors, sitting alone in his tent amidst the chaos of war. Did he fear loneliness? No. He used it to reflect, to grow, to understand his place in the world. When you shift your perspective, loneliness becomes less of a punishment and more of a retreat, a space where you can heal, think, and rediscover your own strength. 2. Use solitude as a time for reflection. Solitude is a rare gift in a world that constantly demands our attention. The Stoics cherished moments of quiet reflection as opportunities to connect with their inner selves. Think of Epictetus, who lived much of his life in solitude, yet used that time to craft the wisdom that has guided countless generations. When loneliness sets in, use that time to reflect on your life, on your values, your purpose, your growth. By doing so, you turn solitude into a sanctuary, a place where you can strengthen your mind and spirit. 3. Embrace the power of self-sufficiency. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is self-sufficiency. The idea that you have everything you need within yourself to be content. Loneliness often comes from a sense of lack, a longing for connection. But the Stoics remind us that true peace comes from within, not from external sources. Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, wrote extensively about the power of self-reliance, finding contentment within one's own mind, regardless of external circumstances. When you embrace self-sufficiency, loneliness loses its grip on you because you realize that you are enough just as you are. 4. Focus on what you can control. Loneliness often brings feelings of helplessness, a sense that the world is moving on without you. But the Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, our responses to the world around us. You can't always control the circumstances that lead to loneliness, but you can control how you react to it. By shifting your focus to what's within your power, you regain control over your experience, turning loneliness into an opportunity for growth rather than a source of suffering. 5. Cultivate gratitude, for solitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool against loneliness. The Stoics were masters at finding gratitude in even the harshest circumstances. Instead of fearing solitude, be grateful for the space it creates in your life. The space to breathe, to think, to simply be. When you cultivate gratitude for your time alone, it transforms from something you dread into something you cherish. A peaceful retreat from the noise of the world. 6. Strengthen your inner dialogue. Loneliness often amplifies negative self-talk, making you feel more isolated than you really are. But the Stoics knew the power of inner dialogue. When you find yourself alone, pay attention to the conversation happening in your mind. Are you being harsh or critical? Practice kindness and patience with yourself, just as you would with a friend. By strengthening your inner dialogue, you build resilience against the loneliness that tries to pull you down. 7. Practice mindfulness in solitude. Mindfulness is about being present, fully engaged with the moment at hand. When loneliness strikes, it's easy to get lost in thoughts of what's missing, what's lacking. But the Stoics practiced mindfulness as a way to anchor themselves in the present, appreciating the moment for what it is. When you focus on the here and now, loneliness loses its power because you are fully immersed in the richness of the present moment. 8. Remember the transience of life. Everything in life is temporary, including loneliness. The Stoics frequently reflected on the impermanence of life, reminding themselves that all things, both good and bad, will pass. When you feel overwhelmed by loneliness, remember that it is just a moment in time, not a permanent state. By embracing the transience of life, you can find peace in the knowledge that loneliness, like everything else, will eventually fade. 9. Find purpose in solitude. Loneliness can be a call to action, a signal that it's time to reconnect with your purpose. The Stoics believed that a life of purpose was the key to happiness, and that purpose often reveals itself in moments of quiet reflection. Use your solitude to dive deeper into your passions, your goals, your mission in life. When you find purpose in your solitude, loneliness becomes a stepping stone on your path to fulfillment. 10. Reach out when you're ready. While Stoicism teaches us the strength of self-sufficiency, it also reminds us that we are social creatures. Loneliness isn't something you have to bear alone forever. When the time is right, reach out. Connect with others who share your values, your interests, your vision. By embracing both solitude and connection, you find a balance that allows you to thrive, no matter where life takes you. Loneliness is not a curse, nor is it something to be feared. It is a part of the human experience, a chapter in the story of your life. By embracing it with the wisdom of the Stoics, you can transform loneliness into a source of strength, a space for growth, and a path to deeper self-understanding. Remember, you are never truly alone. Even in solitude, you are connected to the wisdom of those who came before you and to the strength that lies within you. So, when loneliness comes knocking, don't run. Open the door, welcome it in, and let it teach you the lessons only solitude can bring. Are you ready to embrace your loneliness and transform it into power? Let's walk this journey together.